With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further.
A 3-yard gain.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll run here with Raymond Calais.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson will get this to his running back, Calais.
Wilson's pass.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On the ground, it's Calais.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
That's good.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Wilson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Robert Foster with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
San Francisco.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 29, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way down to the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it second and goal.
At the Niners' 3-yard line.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Raymond Calais with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The 25-yard line. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 25 yards that time.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Seahawks 14, 49ers 7.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Seahawks 49-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 7 yards, the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 49ers 34-yard line.
They'll run. Calais. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners 26. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Seahawks. First down and goal to go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find his running back out of the backfield, Raymond Calais. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Wilson. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here's Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Here's the throw dropped off to his fullback. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They run with Calais. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
At the 22-yard line.
Here's Calais. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Raymond Calais with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, 49ers 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
But it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
It's a gain of
as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Got an open man, it's Foster. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, you know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This throw caught left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
49er first down.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Delano Hill. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material.
From the shotgun, Wilson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 33 yards that time.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Punching it in from a yard away. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Seahawks 35. 49ers.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's 2nd and 8. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Delano Hill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 42.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
Open man, here's Foster. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action, it's Wilson. Good footwork at the 30. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
To throw again, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will be out of bounds as the 3rd quarter comes to an end with an INT. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. They find some open field here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets it up past the 35.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Come on, D. Mike 20. Mike 20.
From the gun, Wilson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Check 3. Check 3. Kill. 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 Panther 60. Panther 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Seahawks. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mostert works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
San Francisco.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
48 to Mike. Ricky. Jack. Cowboy 80. 48 to Mike. Check. 48 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's unable to get away. They stop him at the line on 4th and 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. He'll find Metcalf. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
And that's good.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 2nd down.
Defensively.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And it'll move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, the win will be their 12th now on the campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.